The FSS Hurricane in Modern Warfare 2 is not a weapon to sleep on. Its fast fire rate paired with its extremely manageable recoil makes it a weapon that anyone can use and do pretty well with. However, there are a set of attachments for this weapon that just makes it a step above the rest of the SMGs in the category, and today we're going to go through that. This class will be amazing for close to medium range engagements, however seriously holds up at those longer ranges as well when it needs to. Leave a like on today's video if you do go on to enjoy and learn something new, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, why not, it's completely free, and let's dive in. The FSS Hurricane is an SMG with a lot of ammunition, posing 50 rounds in a magazine and 100 in the reserve. The weapon's recoil is extremely manageable, even with 0 attachments equipped, with recoil rising vertically, however veering off to the right ever so slightly over time. Range-wise, this gun holds up at the 30 meter mark, rarely with any issues even without any attachments. This gun is very accurate though from the 10 to 20 meter mark as you'd expect from an SMG. However, I was still able to maintain a 40+% accuracy with 0 attachments at the 30 meter mark as well with this SMG. So overall, that's really good. However, we do want to try and aim higher here. That is why this setup is going to be much more accurate from those longer ranges to complete with any ARs or LMGs that you do come across, but also posing fantastic run and gun gameplay and close to medium range combat. With this setup I was able to average around a 70% hit rate between all 3 mannequins, even at that 30 meter mark as well. So without wasting any more time, let's dive straight in. The first attachment to look at today is the FSS X7 barrel. This is especially good for 1, its massive list of pros, and 2, it has a built-in suppressor as well. This allows you to be more rushy with the class and even have less chance of being heard by the enemy team when rushing around objectives or even just generally rushing around the map. I've also tuned this barrel to provide better recoil steadiness, along with a plus 0.21 inch increase to damage range, but not sacrificing aim down sight speed completely. Next, the grips. I would recommend the VX Pineapple grip particularly. This one is quite a high level attachment, so if you don't have this, then the demo IMP44 is always an amazing choice. However, the reason I specifically chose the VX Pineapple rather than the IMP was because it provides slightly better handling than the demo IMP. So when aimed down sight, you can control this weapon much better, along with an increased accuracy when shooting from the hip and getting those hip-fire kills when you're on objectives or when you're close range, and with the run and gun class you are going to need that at some point, so it's always useful to have. I've also tuned this class slightly to increase hip-fire accuracy up to 0.08% and increase the hip walking speed to make your character feel that a little bit faster when moving around the map and getting out of those combat situations. Next, the Sakin ZX rear grip. This grip does nothing but help reduce recoil overall on the weapon, and it's the best choice out of the bunch, that's literally it. I've whacked on a tune of this too, increasing recoil steadiness to plus 0.71, so that we have a little bit of a faster ADS time as well, but moving sprint to fire all the way to the left, as if I'm rushing and my sights need to be pulled up quickly, then I can do that in a combat situation. From a stock, I would recommend the Assault 60 stock factory. This will give you increased recoil control and aiming stability when rushing around the map, with finally finishing up on the GRONEN mini red dot. This is by far personally my favourite red dot to use in the game, and I would recommend anyone to use this one too, and personally is much better than what the iron sights are like on the Hurricane. I would recommend also tuning this sight to decrease flinch resistance to the max, and then choose your close or far range depending on what your preference is. For this particular build though, I like to have it a bit closer, just because I'm more close quarters with the enemy, so I like to be able to zoom in and see exactly where they are, whereas when it's a little bit further out, sometimes with the visibility on this game it can be quite impaired with having it a bit further out with a rush class. So I would personally recommend having it a little bit more zoomed in, but your preference, you can decide on that. But there we have it. That is the FSS Hurricane build that I personally absolutely love. I've got gold with this build and it's really helped me getting those prone kills, getting those double kills, and just everything like that. It's a really good build. I definitely recommend going to try it out, especially on those objective-based game modes such as Headquarters, Hardpoint, Domination. It's very good, especially at those medium to close ranges, but does hold very well at those longer ranges too. But leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed, everyone. Subscribe if you guys are brand new, and we'll see you all in the next one.